Okay, we'll discuss about types of inventory systems. It is also known as types of replenishment system. Okay, so there are two types of inventory systems or inventory models. There are mainly two types of inventory systems or inventory models. These are the ordering procedures in a firm. There are two questions, or we should know two things before going to order an inventory. That means we should know the reorder quantity. You should know about the reorder quantity and the reorder level. Two things we should know, that are the reorder level and reorder quantity. The question related to reorder quantity is that how much to order, how much amount to be ordered. As we know, when the inventory is surplus or the inventory is low or depleted, both cases will cause demerits or loss for the company. So we should have a good idea related to these two questions. That means how much to order and when to order. Okay, in these two models, we'll get a clear cut idea about how much to order and when to order. The first model deals with fixed order quantity model. Here, the order quantity is fixed and the time period is varying according to the demand. But in the second case, the time period is made fixed and the quantity, amount of the quantity is varying. So we'll go on to Q model or fixed order quantity model. Okay, as we already discussed, under this system the size of the order, that is the order quantity, is predetermined and fixed, but the time of its placement, that is ordering time, is allowed to vary depending upon the fluctuation in demand. That means order quantity is constant and ordering time is varying. This ordering time is varying depending upon the fluctuation in demand. Okay, the replenishment order is placed when the stock reaches the reorder level. Okay, so before going to deep discussion, we should know what is this reorder level. Okay, what is this reorder level? Here in this figure we can see that R represents the reorder level. Q, it is the Q is the amount of quantity or how much quantity to be ordered. This Q is fixed in the case of Q model. We can see that the Q or the amount of quantity is also related with lead time. So we should know what is lead time. When an order is placed, this order is received at the end of a time period called L. That means if we are placing an order, we can't get the inventory we can't get the inventory at the same time when we are ordering. It takes some time to reach the company. So this time may vary according to the inventory or according to the distributor. This time may vary. Okay, uh, it may take 2 days, 3 days, or even 10 or 15 days to reach the inventory to the company. So in this time the company should run, so we should have enough stock. So L is the lead time. It is the time for which the inventory to reach the company after placing the order. Okay. So in the EOQ model, it is represented in a block diagram. The inventory is in idle state till the demand occurs. When the demand occurs, the unit will be withdrawn from the inventory. In the Q model, in each and every withdrawal or addition, the inventory should be computed. So when the units are withdrawn according to the demand, each and every time inventory position is computed. If the position reaches the reorder point or reorder level, we will issue an order for exact Q units. Okay, the Q unit or the amount will depend on the lead time, and this Q unit is always fixed. That means the L time period is made fixed in Q model. Okay, so for example, if a company has a maximum limit, if a company has a maximum level of inventory 1000 kilogram, and the company sets the reorder level as 600 kilogram. A company has a maximum level of inventory that is 1000 kilogram. They can hold 1000 kilogram of raw materials, and they prefixed that the reorder level R is 600 kilogram. Okay, then at that point they will issue an order for inventory. Then arises the answer for the second question. That means when to order. When to order means in the case of Q model, when to order is at the time of reorder level. The first question, how much to order? In this question, we should consider lead time also. That means after placing the order, it will take some time for reaching the amount of quantity to the company. So for this L, this lead time, the company should run. So we should consider the amount of quantity consumed in that time also. So if the reorder level is fixed as 600 kilogram, then at the time of lead time, the materials consumed may be 200 kilograms. So 600 plus 200, that means 800 kilogram must be reordered at the reorder point. So you will talk about what about the remaining 200 kilogram. It will be considered as the safety stock. As the demands are varying, or the dispatching time or the lead time for getting our inventory is fluctuated by any of the reason, then we will use this safety stock. Okay, so we can see a sawtooth effect relating to Q and R in this figure. When the inventory position drops to R, a reorder is placed. This order is received at the end of period L. Also, it may be noted that lead time L does not vary in this Q model. The replenishment order is placed when stocks reach the reorder level. To use the fixed order model, which places an order when remaining inventory drops to a predetermined order point, the inventory remaining must be continually monitored. Thus, the fixed order quantity is perpetual system. This model requires that every time a withdrawal from inventory or addition to inventory is made, records must be updated to ensure that the reorder point has or has not been reached. That means this model requires that every time a withdrawal from inventory or addition to inventory is made, records must be updated to ensure that the reorder point has or has not been reached. Okay. So the two questions, that means reorder quantity, how much to order. In Q model, the Q is fixed and it is usually equal to EOQ. Okay. It is the quantity of inventory to be ordered. Okay, next, reorder level, when to order. That means reorder level, safety stock plus, from the bottom we can explain that the reorder level may be safety stock plus time consumption, lead time consumption, safety stock plus lead time consumption. Okay, in this figure we are not representing the safety stock. Safety stock is always there at the bottom. Okay, reorder level equal to safety stock plus lead time consumption. Okay, the lead time consumption depends on lead time and consumption rate. So we can say that reorder level equal to safety stock plus lead time into consumption rate. Okay, next, the application of two-bin system. The two-bin system, also referred to as minimum maximum, min-max system, is the oldest and most commonly used system. In the system, we can see two bins, bin 2 and bin 1. The complete depletion or complete usage of bin 2 is the reorder point or reorder level. Okay, that means if bin 2 is completely exhausted, then we will issue an order. Okay, this reorder point is the starting point of the bin 1. That means reorder point is at the bottom of the bin 2 and it is at the topmost point of the bin 1. In the two bin system, the physical inventory of any item is placed in two separate lots called bins. When bin 2 is depleted, an order is placed. When a replenishment order is received, bin 1 is filled to reorder point level and the remainder of the order is placed in bin 2. Obviously, if bin 1 is at the reorder point level, all of the incoming items are placed in bin 2. When bin 2 is emptied, a new order is placed. Thus, in the two bin systems, the first bin is intended for satisfying current demand. The first bin is intended for satisfying current demand and the second bin is for satisfying demand during the replenishment period. This method is generally useful for items of low unit value. That means nuts, screws, etc. However, the two-bin system is not feasible for many kinds of items, but when it is used, a great deal of clerical work is eliminated. Next, fixed time period model. Okay, fixed time period model. It is also referred to as periodic system, periodic review system, fixed order interval system, and P model. Okay, it has other names. That means periodic system, periodic review system, fixed order interval system, and P model. Okay, in a fixed period system, the periodic review of inventories are made. Okay, the periodic review of inventories are made and an order is invariably placed in that period. Periodic review means the time period is constant. In other words, P model has a fixed ordering interval. But the size of the order quantity may vary with fluctuation in demand. Okay, here we can see a block diagram. The ordering procedure consists of reviewing the inventory position after a fixed period of time known as review period. Okay, here we can see that inventories are waiting for the demand. Okay, when the demand occurs, unit withdraw from the inventory. If the review period arrives, then we will compute the inventory position. If the review period is not arrived, then we will not compute the inventory position. When the review period arrives, we will compute inventory position and we will compute the order quantity to bring inventory up to the required level. After that, we will issue an order for the number of units needed. Okay. So, in the P model, inventory positions are reviewed after a fixed period of time. At each review period, an order is placed for an amount equal to difference between a fixed replacement level and actual inventory level. Okay. The order will consist of amount equal to difference between fixed replacement level and actual inventory level. Here we can see that the quantity to be replenished is varying. Okay, we will place the order at each review period and each review period we will place an order equal to the difference between a fixed replacement level and actual inventory level. Here a risk of stock out. You can see that here a risk of stock out is there. So we should have a large amount of safety stock. This model generally requires a high level of safety stock than a fixed order quantity system. Okay. So the inventory decisions, the reorder level and reorder quantity. That means when to order. In this model, order time period is fixed. When to order, that means the reorder level. In this model, the order time period is fixed and hence the order is placed when review period arrives. Next, how much to order? Max, the reorder quantity is the how much to order. Reorder quantity equal to maximum stock minus stock actually held at the time of review. Okay, maximum stock minus stock actually held at the time of review. Okay, now we can compare Q model and P model. Okay, first one, the feature is order quantity. As in the definition we discussed that in Q model order quantity is fixed, in P model order quantity is varying. Okay, when to place order? Time period. The time period of order in Q model is at the reorder level or reorder point. When the inventory position drops to reorder level, we will place an order. But in the P model, the review period, at every review period, we will place an order. Size of the inventory. As P model requires large amount of safety stock, the size of inventory is high in P model. But in Q model, comparing to P model, less inventory. Record keeping, a precise record keeping. Whenever we made an addition, okay, or withdrawal, we need accurate record keeping in Q model. In P model, counting takes place only at the review period. Maintenance time is very much high in Q model, but it is less in P model. Types of item: low unit, high volume items for Q model, and high unit cost, less in number items for P models. Okay, in P model, cost of the item will be high and the number of items will be less. So counting will be enough. But in the case of Q model, low unit but high volume. So a precise monitoring or record keeping is necessary. Okay. So thank you.